So, I was a pretty big nerd back in the day.
Definitely still a nerd.
Okay, but I mean a nerd with Greek mythology in particular. Not even kidding, I would borrow the exact same book from the library back in grade school because when you grow up in a small town, you only get one book about Greek mythology and that's a well-known fact. Okay, those guys. So, Titan Quest. It's a really cool game and child me would have loved the hell out of this. It's an action RPG, it's centered around Greek mythology, and it has amazing character customization options. The character customization is absolute dog shit. Literally, all you can do is select your tunic color. What even color is this? Is this aubergine? You can also change your gender. Whoa, don't go too crazy on this, THQ. Don't know if we can handle all these customization options. Yeah, that's definitely aubergine. Customization aside, the game is actually pretty dope. Okay, I do have one more gripe to get out of the way first. This fucking UI. Holy shit, I can't see anything. What is this? A game for ants? I can't read any of this. It's like the fine print every time you buy something nowadays. Yeah, welcome to Pizza Hut. Oh, hi there. I'd like one medium cheese pizza, please. Okay, that will be $49.95. Oh, that seems a little expensive. On second thought, I won't be having that. Oh, yeah, sorry. The fine print on the menu here states that whenever you say the pizza it is that you want, you're legally bound to pay the full price. Classic fine print. Let me go out to the car and I'll grab some more cash. Oh, sorry. The fine print on the door states that once you walk into the establishment, we legally own your car too. Clever. But how am I supposed to get to my house? Your house, did you say? Fine print? Yeah, fine print. Okay, that was a weird skit. Titan Quest was first announced in 2005 and was released in 2006 by Iron Lore Entertainment. Although this is pretty much the only game they have developed, along with an expansion for the Warhammer series, Iron Lore did a phenomenal job with this one while also giving continued support in terms of expansions. The first expansion, Immortal Throne, released in 2007, while 3 more released between 2017 and 2021. Yes, that's 3 expansions added over 10 years after the game's initial release. It's just so damn beautiful. Anyways, with the recent announcement of Titan Quest 2, I figured it's the perfect time to dive back into this old school hack and slash. It starts off like most action RPGs where you just walk up and headbutt enemies over and over until you gain a few levels. Then you can start to add skills and differentiate your playstyle. Fair warning, the gameplay does start off fairly slow. By far the worst part of this game is the first 1 to 2 hours. The customization, the UI, and the combat. But I promise you, if you can get past the first part, and for one heck of a ride. I mean, just look at these colorful scenes. It's extremely refreshing to see an action RPG set with such beautiful surroundings. I'm looking at you, Diablo. And Diablo 2. Not so much Diablo 3, though. But definitely you, Diablo 4. That was one of my favorite things about Sacred 2 as well. It's just good to get a change every once in a while. You get to explore numerous caves, beaches, mountains, the Great Wall of China, I don't know. As a matter of fact, the majority of the game is based on real-world locations. Ancient Greece, Egypt, Asia were just a few of the locations chosen. Oh yeah, and the real-world location of Hell, which surprisingly doesn't have as many clowns as I'd expect. Anyways, back to the locations and beautiful scenery. You visit areas such as this place right here. Oh, and this is one of my favorite places. I didn't even know which scenery or areas the editor was going to post here, but I'm sure he selected very cool spots. You edit your own videos. We've been through this, man. Well, oh yeah, don't forget this place. Not only is the scenery very refreshing to see, but the enemy design is just immaculate. Obviously, you got your classic RPG skeletons, duh, but you've also got Gorgons, Tigermen, Cyclops, Titans, and even Centaurs. Side note, I've always been curious if centaurs wear their pants from the human waist down or just from the back hind legs of the horse. Really makes you think, you know? There's also harpies, giant turtles, cave bats, and raptors. And just like similar ARPGs, the monsters come in normal, champion, boss, hero, and quest form, basically being a difference in stats, abilities, or loot drops. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is that this game doesn't have randomized maps, so each time you boot up the game, the locations will be the same, although the monsters will respawn. This allows for looting specific enemies much easier, as they will always appear in the same areas, just not with the same rarities. Initially, this was pretty odd for me not having randomized caves or dungeons, but then it reminded me of games like Borderlands, where each playthrough is on the same map, but depending on your class and difficulty, the game can be a completely different experience. For my first playthrough, I decided to go with an Ice Mage character since that's what I was currently playing in Diablo 4. I chose the Ice Shard ability and began leveling the mastery along with the ability's synergies in order to make the damage stronger. See, in Titan Quest, or TQ as we call it in the biz, man, nobody says that shit. Okay. In Titan Quest, once you select a mastery, you can then choose abilities, but only once you've leveled the mastery enough to unlock the skill. Leveling the mastery will also grant you bonus stats specific to your character class, so it's usually a good idea to level these fairly early on. You will then be able to level specific abilities further, or choose to level their synergies, which will also increase their stats or change the ability, depending on the points invested. For example, my first skill point in Ice Shard allowed me to cast 1 shard per cast that was slow, did very little damage, and didn't pass through enemies. Later on, however, after unlocking skills and leveling further, I was able to shoot around 5 shards per cast that would pierce multiple enemies, cause frostburn, which would do damage over time, and it would even the enemy's moms. That's right, it would go around the map, look for leftover monsters, find their moms, and them. I'm sorry, it's just a really good skill. But there's more. At level 8, you can unlock a second mastery. I chose nature because nature is tremendous.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Itemization is extremely satisfying. I'm going to be honest here and let you all know that I only played through this game one time, so didn't get to completely experiment with the weapons, but from what I did play, it was extremely enjoyable. There are 7 rarities in Titan Quest, gray through purple. Yes, purple items are the legendary items in this game and not your basic orange, because Titan Quest, it's not your average action RPG. The cool thing about the itemization in this game, however, is that there is often times where you find blue epic items, which are actually better statistically than some of their legendary counterparts. Not that legendary items are garbage or anything, but the fact that lower rarity items can have some extremely good stats, which means you don't just caveman around.
Oh, this color better than this color, so this weapon stronger.
And just pick based on colors, you know? Like I said though, I only did one full playthrough of this game so far, and also only just started my second character, so I haven't spent much time with the artifacts and runes, but they look pretty cool too. Overall, I have to give Titan Quest a tremendous 8 out of 10. And I will definitely be playing through this game a ton more. I want to give a special shout out to our Patreon members as always. I love you guys, you're the best. And if you want to see more action RPGs like this, you can click here. Start our
Still a nerd.